dropping buckets. Hey, yeah, like it's nothing. In the kitchen chopping onions. Yeah, tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming. Cause I'm dropping buckets. Hey, yeah, like it's nothing. Hey, earn my respect and burn a budget. Hey, tears falling down. Underdog is finally overcoming, baby. Yeah, I'm dropping buckets.
Everybody, it's October 6th. It's actually my birthday today. And usually every year I'm hunting on my birthday. This year is different. EHD has rolled through 2 years in a row in our area, and there is nothing worth hunting. So it's a big bummer on that front, but I just decided, since I'm not hunting, I'm gonna go through my setup and show you guys what I'm rocking this year. This setup's absolutely killer. I won a lot of tournaments this summer with it. Had some work done to it, new D-loop on it, and got it paper tuned, so we're ready to go. I want to just check everything, check my tapes, and make sure I don't need to adjust anything after messing with all that stuff. So yeah, let's shoot a little bit and I'll do a run through on everything for you. So let's get into it. If you're new here, my name's Vince. Hit that subscribe button. I'm a big time bow hunter. Love to kill deer, love to kill turkeys, and I hunt all over the country, and I try to take you guys with me through filming. I self-film everything. I hardly ever go on a hunt without a camera, so hit that subscribe button. There's gonna be some good videos coming up. Headed down to Illinois soon, so yeah, come along. Let's check this setup out. Haven't shot this bow since it's been worked on, so it's only fitting that we do a cold shot at 85 yards just to make sure it's dialed. Hit about 8 inches to the left, but it's good up and down, which would make sense because I played a lot with my broadheads to try to get them to fly with my field points, so that would make sense that I'm flying left and right. Plus we got a crosswind, so let's see if we can get it dialed. That one missed the target for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think it has a big part to do with the wind. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it ricocheted and hit a Quonset. Gotta send another one. That was good. Alright, let's go see if we can find that arrow. I don't know if you guys can tell with this mic on here, but the wind is just whipping out here. I think that's mostly why we missed. I only got about 8 inches on the left side of the bullseye that I was aiming at, and this wind is pushing hard. It's probably gust 20 mile an hour probably, so yeah, it's not a great day to be dialing in. The first shot almost missed, and then we whiffed one over there somewhere and then dialed it, and this one hit pretty good, but I was actually aiming about here, so gotta see if we can find this other arrow. Hit this Quonset, so it shouldn't be terribly hard to find because would have just bounced off. But it is tall grass and stuff. Oh my goodness. penetration is scary. I don't know how the world it made it through all that stuff to bury through the side of this metal Quonset. Good grief. Tip's gonna have to come off. That's why I shoot Victory arrows. They're beast. Blew right through that metal wall. I don't think my brother's gonna enjoy that, but he doesn't have to know if he doesn't watch the video. I guess that's his fault for not being subscribed to the channel. That's crazy. Sorry, Ty. Alright, we moved the target to 61 yards now. So that should be a little better for this wind. That's in the dot. Sending a broadhead. I think that's also in the dot, which is very nice because I was having to mess with tune before because my D-loop was too tight and I was getting knock pinch. So I was messing with my limb shift to get my broadhead to fly, but that looked like it hit the dot. It did hit the dot, and it's windy out, so I'm really happy with that. Alright, let's go check them out. Man, I'm excited about this. I was having trouble with my broadheads, and they're just mechanical blades, so I knew something was wrong. But that was the first shot, and then this is my broadhead right here, right in the middle. It's perfect. And I aimed at that dot down there for the third shot. It's got pushed a little left, but overall super happy with that. Let's dive in to what I'm shooting and why. Alright, I'm going to start off with the release. This is the Stan Solex clicker. It's an index finger style release, and it's got a click in it, so you can pull to the click, and then you just keep pulling, and it breaks with a surprise shot. Super awesome. After shooting a hinge for a little over a year, I was super excited to get into this thing, and it's just changed the game for being able to have it strapped right to your wrist. Still have a click that I'm used to, like with my hinge, and I'm able to execute a perfect shot every single time, and it's amazing. That's why at 85 yards, I know exactly why my arrow is missing, and it's not because of my shot. It's because of one, either wind, or two, we just had the bow worked on, and I need to dial it back in, which would make sense because I had a major right tear, so I had to move my limbs back. And yeah, so I know when my shot goes off, if it doesn't hit where it needs to hit, usually it's something with my equipment. And this release is super awesome. I think it's like a $120 release, I'm not 100% sure, but it's got adjustability here for your click, so you can adjust. So basically all it adjusts is the tension it takes to get to your click is the tension it'll take to make it go off. So it's just kind of a little adjustment there, which is super nice. You can make it lighter or heavier. So yeah, that's the release I'm going to be running. It's really good. I won a tournament last weekend with it, so I'm very comfortable in it, and it's an awesome release. Moving on to my arrows. These are the Victory V-Force Gamer 300 arrows, obviously from Victory. These are like a really good budget arrow. They're very strong. As you can see, I just shot through a metal Quonset after bouncing it off the gravel beside my target. And the arrow was still perfectly fine. So beasts of arrows, they're only, I mean, they're cheap compared to everything else, and they're super tough. They hardly ever break. So that's the arrow I'm running. Onto the broadhead, we got the Sever 2.0. I ran these last year and killed so many deer with them, and every single blood trail was just immediate blood everywhere. These are rear deploying broadheads, so they hit those little pegs right there and that opens them up. This is my practice one, so it's got foam and stuff in it and it's very dull. But they also have a little screw hole right here. They come with screws that you can put in there, and that'll actually lock the blades closed, so you can shoot the same broadhead. You know, instead of a practice point, you're shooting a real broadhead, and that just makes it that much more confidence for me to know that this exact broadhead can go through a deer. They lock in place here and then they pivot, so they're locked right there. They won't fold up, and then they pivot around bone and stuff. I shot a buck in Illinois last year with one of these, and it went through the shoulder, and you could tell the whole, you could tell that it pivoted around that shoulder blade. And then yeah, you just kind of bend them a little bit, fold them back in. They're really quiet, they fly really quiet. They've got new ones. I decided not to go with the new ones. The new ones have like 3/4 inch bleeder blades on the front. I like my arrow to be as silent as possible. Plus I shot so many deer with these, and my experience with them was just amazing. So we're running the Sever 2.0. They come straight from the manufacturer. They don't sell to other companies, so you can get them at, you know, manufacturer price. They're like, these ones specifically I think are $16.99 per broadhead, and you can buy one separately or as many as you want. Moving on to the main tool. This is my Mathews Lift X, and it's the 29.5. I had it custom dipped in Badlands camo, which I love. We got the bars done, both bars done right there. I've got the new Mathews contour grip. I don't know if you can see it on there, but you can see it's got the flares a little bit. I absolutely love it compared to their old one. It just fits my hand much nicer. We are running the Mathews QAD Integrate Rest on here. This thing hasn't really done me wrong yet, so I'm gonna keep running that as long as I need to. We got their Earth limb legs, which are just amazing. If you have a Mathews and you don't have limb legs, you're missing out. I'm running a 10-inch bar on front with 4 ounces and an 8-inch bar on the back with 5 ounces. Seems to be doing well. It holds nice, locks in place. I think I'm a 28-inch draw length. I could be a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, I'm not sure. I played around with that quite a bit. The main piece of work on this bad boy is the HHA Nitrix Pro sight, and I have the double pin on there, and I did custom 2 green pins. I like the way green shows up, and this thing is just a beast. Like, it is my favorite sight ever. It's been an absolute workhorse for me. I just love the adjustability. This wheel will pop off, so you can put your setup tape on, and then you can pop this wheel off and put your normal tape on that you need, slide it back on, lock it in place. This allows you to run multiple arrow setups. If you can have 2 tapes, and then all you gotta do is sight in your 20 and you're good to go with 2 different arrow setups. You can order extra wheels so you could run a bunch of arrow setups. But I usually just run a 3D setup and then a hunting setup. One thing I forgot to say is my hunting arrows are 480 grains. So they're not as light as I wanted them to be this year. but I had to do that to get my broadheads to fly nicely. I wanted a little more FOC, so that's what we ended up with, is 480 grains. I'm running 75 pounds right now, and we're shooting right at 300 feet per second. If you guys are looking to get into bow hunting, I would highly recommend a Mathews. They're the smoothest, quietest bow I've found. A lot of people say they're not very forgiving, but they are. I've done multiple like torque tests to see how much different I shoot when I'm torquing my bow a lot and when I'm not, and it's very good with that. It shoots money, and this bow shoots lights out for real. So I am sponsored by Someplace to Shoot in White Pigeon, Michigan. If you guys want a bow and are looking for one, even just to get into something cheaper, like he's got all kinds of bows. He sells Mathews and Hoyt, and but I would highly recommend picking up for your kids. I got them both. I got my kids both Missions by Mathews, and if you're an adult, I would highly recommend picking up either the Lift or the Lift X. The Lift X has super cool limb shift technology where you can pop these little bolts off, and inside there you can shift the limb, which allows you to have your rest at 13/16 for center shot, and then anything you need to go left and right can be moved with your limbs. Super quick and easy process. You don't have to mess with top hats by putting it in a bow press, anything like that. Highly recommend the Lift X. And I would probably, if I've shot everything with this bow, from 3D tournaments to paper tournaments to deer, turkeys. The 29.5 works great. If I were to get another bow, which I probably will in November, I'm probably gonna go with a 33-inch axle, just so it's a more do-all bow, and it's a little more stable in the platform for me. So yeah, that's my setup. I don't know if I missed anything, but obviously this is a custom dip that I got done and turned out really cool. I love Badlands camo, and that's all I run. So yeah, super cool setup. Everything about this bow is built to my liking, from, you know, everything, the sight, the bars with the weight setup, and the limb legs. Everything is tried and true, and this thing's a beast. So if you're looking to get into a new bow, head down to Someplace to Shoot in White Pigeon, Michigan, and Adam will get you hooked up. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video to your friends who think that Mathews are junk, because they're not. We'll be in Illinois soon, hunting giants, so hit that subscribe button because videos are coming. We'll see you guys on the next one.